high fly ball, center field. He hit it a ton. It's gone.
Golf tournament silence.
Anticipation to see what.
Oh, goodness! That ball had a family!
Welcome back to High Sox, episode 20, Low IQ High Sox. We are back with the regular cast and crew. My name is Mitch, this is John, and this is Ben. John, how was your vacation in Cancun, man?
Dude, it was nuts.
Yeah.
First off, boat ran out of gas.
Oh,
and then we're like, okay, set the sails up. Catch some.
You know how to
wind.
sail?
No, that's the problem. You're beating me to the punch, man.
Didn't you play Wind Waker?
Sails up.
Wind Waker probably would have translated a little bit.
The thing is that that is like
gotta get ready
press
for new
A,
sailing skill.
you know. Yeah, that's true. RuneScape.
Press A.
It was a whole disaster. I was eating nothing but like fish that we catch
Sardines.
for the whole time. It was hard to like cook them properly. It was a whole mess. Yeah, but I'm on a boat, man. Like I can't just like make fire come out.
I'm made of wood.
So I'm gonna rip the boat apart and then burn the wood.
I don't know. You're trying to survive.
No, you don't know, Ben. You weren't there. You don't know. So
You
don't
weren't
tell
there
me
either.
what I'm supposed to do. I was there. This is my story.
This isn't Bear Grylls, dude. He was on a boat fishing.
It was tough.
Uh,
But I'm back. I'm back
good.
in the
I'm glad it
States.
was good. I'm glad you survived that
Yeah,
harrowing
appreciate that.
experience.
It was
Yeah.
tough, man. It was tough. And also the worst part was it's hard to get a signal on my phone to watch the games. I had to use a VPN because it was like blackout. I was in like the
You didn't-
Bermuda
oh.
Triangle, and I don't have any access to. It's like you're in nowhere. You're everywhere, nowhere at once in the triangle.
Wait.
So not great.
But you were in the
Triangle.
Bermuda. I thought you said you were in Cancun.
Things took a turn. The sales did not work out the way
You really-
we hoped they would.
You drifted
I
way
drifted,
far
dude.
away.
Hey, I was gone for
It's
a
a
couple
long
days.
trip.
It was from,
That would have taken you
know.
weeks. I don't know.
Well, weird things happen.
I don't
out
know
at
what's
sea,
going
man.
on. The wind must have been blowing really, really hard.
It was.
Yeah,
It was
I think
Yeah,
you
tough.
have
like
to go over. Pretty sure you have to go over land to get to the Bermuda Triangle.
Did you have like a motor
What's
that you didn't tell us about?
Well,
Actually, I gotta
we
take-
ran out of gas. There was a motor. Ran out of gas. Listen, I don't know what goes on out there. I'm just
Clearly.
I was on a boat. Clearly, something unexplainable happened. Okay,
Yeah.
Is it unexplainable
So-
or inexplicable?
It's an act of God. Is what you're
what's the
saying.
difference, Mitch?
Is it unexplainable or
I
inexplicable?
can't explain it.
Okay.
What goes on at the Bermuda
explain
Triangle can't be explained.
That's true.
All right.
That's true.
All right. Well, that's great.
Be safe out
dude.
there, boys. Be
That's
safe.
amazing. What were we just talking about? We're talking about Daniel Craig and James Bond recently. We're talking about
Yeah.
talking
You know
about
what?
how Pedro Pascal is the Rock.
Mhm.
Kind of these days.
Fuck Jack Black.
How often he appears in movies and stuff now.
Speaking of movies, I don't want to go too far in the weeds on movies, but I watched a movie for the very first time that I should have seen like long time ago. Do you guys want to take a guess? Take one guess. It's an
Jurassic
80s
Park.
movie.
Long
Jurassic
time
Park.
ago.
No,
Jurassic
not Jurassic.
Park.
I've seen
Is
that.
there RoboCop?
80s movie. No. Ferris Bueller's
Jaws?
Day Off.
Oh,
I'd never seen
You
that.
know,
That's a really good movie.
I like it.
I liked
I
it
like
a
it.
lot.
I think it's fine.
I went into it. You think it's fine?
yeah,
It's
fine.
deeper. I think it had like a deeper meaning. It was a great movie. It was a good feel good movie.
Well, it's all about
I-
taking control of the now. Making the most of your youth, and
Mhm.
going out.
It was funny
that,
too.
That day that he had with his friends, Cam, the rest. That
Mhm.
day they'll remember forever.
Yeah.
I really think it's interesting. I read something recently, and I've seen the movie maybe twice now. I watched it one time with Federica in the last 2 years or something, and then before that. But I read something interesting about the movie that the real protagonist of the movie is his friend Cam.
Yeah.
Like that's the Reddit kind of like theory, because Cam actually has like, he can't really bend rules that much because he has commitments and responsibilities and a strict father. Whereas Ferris Bueller is just a rich kid who can just get away with anything and talk his way out of any situation, because he has this entitlement about him where he's like, oh, I can make it happen because I'm Ferris Bueller. And he kind of like, in that sort of sense, he sort of manipulates everybody and kind of makes everybody look like the fool, and he's the smart guy. And Cam is like this uptight dude, but it's because he is saddled with actual responsibility and commitment to certain things, and he can't really afford to make a lot of mistakes like Ferris Bueller. So I thought that was pretty interesting to hear that perspective, because it is true. Cam is the more interesting of the characters, I think.
Yeah. Great film.
He has a
That's
rich
his name,
dad,
right?
at the very least.
I think
Cameron?
it is. Yeah.
Cameron? Yeah, he does.
Not
Cameron
that
does have a
iconic
rich.
shot
The car?
Of him,
No, at the
he's wearing
museum.
sunglasses.
The
Oh
museum?
yeah.
The one where he's got the Gordie Howe Red Wings jersey in front of the painting.
Yeah,
That's
I
cool.
love that became a huge part of the wardrobe, is him wearing that Red Wings jersey.
Yeah.
Interesting
Well, yeah,
thing
good
about
movie.
that movie, I think Matthew Broderick was, I think, like 19 or 2021 when he made that movie. I forget the girl's name. She was like probably 19 or something at that point.
Mia
And Cameron,
something.
yeah, Cameron, I don't remember his actual billing, his actor's name, was 30 years old, or 29, 30 years old when that movie was. So he was over 10
What?
years older than them. Yeah,
My God.
I know, it's
Wow.
crazy.
Playing a 17-year-old.
Playing a 17-year-old, yeah. And I think Broderick was in
Wild.
the car with his co-actor, what do they call it? What do they fucking call it? He was in the car with a girl when he crashed in Ireland and killed the head.
Oh yeah, I did read
Mother and
about
daughter
that.
in a head-on collision. So
I love
he was
bringing up that he killed.
I think it's just fascinating.
You bring it up more.
I
like,
did
this
bring
is
it
not
up
the first
recently.
time that you brought it up.
This is the first time I've heard of it from you, at
he's-
least.
He's
I brought
talked
it up.
about it multiple times.
I think within your company, Ben, probably I've talked about it, but
Oh,
he's known as the American in that Irish town because he's like infamous because he killed like a beloved family members or whatever. That's beside the point. Ferris Bueller is just great. I don't know. It's great. It's a good movie. I like it.
Yeah, I'll give it a solid 7.
Yeah,
Solid.
I think
I'll give it
watch it again.
8. I'll give it an 8.
I think 7's good. I think it makes sense to me. I saw Fantastic Four. I think I told you about that a little bit earlier. That was I'm not a big superhero movie person, as you guys know, but that movie's visual effects were crazy good. Like the Silver Surfer
Is it like
was in
filmed
there.
on vacation not vacation, on location?
Yeah, filmed on location in space. Yeah, for sure.
I didn't know it was in space. I don't know.
Well,
I've
like
never seen it.
there's like 30-40 minutes of the movie is in space, and then the rest of the movie is in this alternate like universe of Earth. I think the Earth is called Earth 828 because in the Marvel universe, of course, there's different timelines and stuff like that kind of can cross over and interconnect. So this is a different type of Earth that's similar to our Earth, but it's really rooted in this sort of 1960s-esque art direction where things are kind of old but also futuristic. And, they have like, those tube TVs everywhere. And then Times Square is like kind of like Times Square, except it's a little bit more future retro. So little things like that are pretty interesting.
I like that aesthetic. I like the
it's cool.
future, like how people view the future in the 50s, how they saw it. I like that style. Cool.
And I think that's where it comes about because that comic, I think, was probably written around that time frame. So they probably were imagining the future in this sort of lens that they now kind of made canon within the actual universe or the actual movie. So it was pretty cool.
What would you give it?
Special effects were good. I think I would give it a 7 out of 10. Actually, maybe slightly higher, maybe
As-
7.5.
Better than Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Okay, wow.
Well, I mean, you can't look at these things in a vacuum. It's
Hey, you
kind
can.
of like
Objective.
it's completely
Ben is known as
completely
being
different
objective.
movie.
I just
think-
have to
I think-
disagree with you.
I mean, we disagree on a lot of stuff. So
True.
That's
But
good.
it's
Next
fun.
on your
It's for
list,
good content.
put RoboCop.
It is fun.
Put RoboCop on that list. You will not
RoboCop?
regret fun. It's
Alright.
good. It's like
All right.
people even like reviewed it back in the 80s really
is
well.
fun.
It's like regarded as a good film to this day.
I will watch it. You have my
Yeah,
word.
Yeah. I've been going to a lot of movies recently, which I don't usually do, but I have these friends who want to go see new movies. Couple good ones coming out this year. There's a new Edgar Wright movie. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the Cornetto series, like Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz.
Yeah.
No.
I've seen all those.
Yeah.
I've heard of them, just never seen them.
Edgar Wright is like a director known for his visual comedy and things. So he's coming out with a movie called The Running Man, which is about this guy who is basically on this game show to get his family out of debt. And the game show is essentially everybody in the country is trying to kill you. And once they kill you, you lose. But if you survive for 30 days, you win like a ton of money. And he's like hoping to get his family out of like crunchy debt and live a prosperous life. So he takes on this challenge. And it's a little bit Hunger Games-y, where there's like a host and he's like, how's this guy gonna do it? And that kind of thing. And there's cameras that kind of float and follow him everywhere, and he's like running around and people are trying to shoot him, and like random grannies and stuff are pulling guns out to try to kill him and collect the money when they kill him.
Sounds like Squid Game too.
It's a little bit like that, I think, but it's definitely more entrenched in humor rather than like a social commentary, I think.
Yeah. I watched
So
like
that
2
seemed
episodes
fun.
of Squid Game and didn't catch me. I didn't see the
I like it. I like Squid Games. I think it does a lot to. What? Is the internet messing up? Are you guys seeing this?
You're lagging a little bit. You're good now.
Yeah.
The hell's happening? 1 second. I'm just gonna pause for a sec.
It probably something. Some squirrels on the roof.
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
you
some
gotta check your
squirrels on the
router.
But I mean, I like Squid Games. I think it's like a cool like social class type suggestion, and there's some interesting things to talk about, I think, and it does a good job of exploring the desperation around money and capitalism, and I think it was a decent show, honestly, overall. And I'm glad they didn't push it past 3
popular.
seasons. Yeah,
Oh,
but
they
I
ended
think
it
it's
already?
maybe Yeah, it's over.
Wow. Okay.
3
Well, good for
seasons.
them.
They said, yeah, exactly. They didn't try to milk it. People think there's going to be an American spinoff because there was something at the end of the last episode of the last season. But so far that hasn't been confirmed. And if it is confirmed, it won't be the same production crew. It'll be just a spinoff made by an American company, probably. So,
Gotcha.
I mean, if they're willing
enough-
to make
enough about
20
that.
seasons of Love is Blind in like the span of 5 years, then I would not put it past them to make an American version of this popular show.
Well, those types of shows can go on forever. They can just get different people.
Yeah. Yeah. But
I-
it's just like so much media in such a short,
Yeah.
compact span of time. And it's
like Jeopardy. It can go on forever.
That's their game. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
True.
I enjoy Love is Blind, actually. I think it's kind of a dumb, fun show to put on. And typically I don't even watch it and sitting down locked in or anything like that. I'm just doing something else around the house and it's just on. And I'm like, what an idiot. Like, and just you're being ruthlessly critical of these people who are actually probably struggling with like finding love, or they just want to be like internet celebrities, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty interesting. By the way, speaking of movies, the new Paul Thomas Anderson movie is coming out. Leonardo DiCaprio is in it, and Benicio del Toro, coming out, I think, next month, or maybe September. You heard about this? One battle after another.
No,
Do you like
I'm
PTA,
behind
John?
on new
Do you like-
movies.
I don't know. What
You know
that is.
Magnolia.
no, I don't-
you know
I don't think I've seen any of that.
Boogie Nights.
No.
Okay. Yeah. So I've been trying to get back into seeing it. It's kind of fun. But anyway, are we talking about the Reds?
I guess.
We have 2 Reds hats.
Reds.
Out of
This is
3
the most
right
Reds
now,
hats we've
so
had
I
on
think it's gonna come up.
pod. Usually it's me just wearing the
Possibly.
Reds hat. Yeah.
My hats
I-
are in the
I- I
dryer.
love the
We'll
away.
never know.
This is the best away hat. Your hat's in the dryer? The best hat. Your hat's in the
No,
dryer?
I was just making a dumb joke.
I was like, that's probably bad for your hat.
It wasn't a
lost
joke. I don't know
the-
why I said it.
I lost a hat out at sea when I was in the triangle.
Yeah.
That has gone forever. That's not coming back.
Oh God.
I'm losing
yeah,
hope.
so the
I'm
Reds,
losing hope with the Reds, though. That's what
we're
I gotta
losing
say.
hope. We're losing a little bit of hope. The Reds, last time we talked, played a 4-game series in Pittsburgh. Took 2 out of the 4. They started a series yesterday with the Phillies, and they lost kind of in a heartbreaking fashion. Andrew Abbott went 8 innings, 8 2/3, I think.
8 2/3.
Gave up 4
Four.
runs on him in the 9th or in the 8th. I think he was charged with all 4 of those runs, which is just kind of tragic.
Yeah, he got the loss.
The way that he was pitching, kind of sucked to see that happen. But again, the main problem that we've seen over the past week is the offensive batting part of the game, which just hasn't been good. We hung 14 runs on the Pirates yesterday, but even that was a slugfest, 14-8, I think was the final score on Sunday. But I mean, man, like besides that, someone can do the math, take that game out, probably only scored like 10 runs in a week.
I think they said, the Cowboys said before yesterday's game they had only scored 5 runs in the entire Pittsburgh series, so through 3 games, which is not not good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we've said this all year long. The offense is just, we don't have anybody. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
if
Marte-
Ellie's not hitting, and he goes through slumps every now and then, like who in our lineup, if you're an opposing pitcher, are you afraid to throw to? Nobody.
Right.
Steer, no. Fraley, no. McLean, no.
I'll
Friedel.
get up to Steer. It seems like Steer's been like picking it up here in the second half of the season a little bit. He's had some pretty clutch hits in the past week of games, including a couple home runs, including one to give us, I think, a 4-1 lead, maybe the first lead of that Pirates game. But yeah, your sentiment is correct. I mean, if the only real bat we added was Andujar, and we had Hayes, who is making amazing plays at third, but not. I mean, he's not known for being a hitter. We're hoping that this hitter-friendly ballpark could help him a little bit. But I mean, if you're batting 9th in the order, you're expected to just turn it over to the first batter, second batter, keep that momentum going. And if you're not doing that consistently, that's one guy that you're not afraid of. Really, it's like I think a Friedel is the guy who's like consistently getting on base, and maybe Miguel, adding him at the trade deadline, he might be the guy. He's hitting about 300 this year. Maybe that's the perceived threat, but there's still a lot of holes. I mean, we still are putting out McLean out there, hoping he comes back. But
They finally
this
dropped
whole-
him in the lineup.
It's about time. It was like
Thank
what,
God, yeah.
first like month or two when they put him at 9th or 8th in the lineup, and then they eventually moved him back to second. then something needs to be shaken up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not really a huge fan of a lot of Tito's moves that he's made this year. Like, I liked how he kept Abbott out to come out in the 8th inning. Like, he was pitching great, go by feel, got those first 2 outs, thought he was going to cruise through the 8th, gave up the single, didn't take him out. I was like, okay, that's fine. It's just a single. Gave up the double to tie the game. And I was like, all right, he's going to take him out. 8 innings, 1 run. Good outing. He was at 99 pitches, too. 99 pitches, giving up the double, and the game tied. And Tito left him in. And then he gives up another hit, and now we're down. And I think, did he keep him in after that, or did he take him out after he gave up the lead?
He yanked him. He put Santillana in, and Santillana immediately gave up
the home run. But still, I thought, like, after the double, you should have taken him out. I was not a fan of that.
Yeah, there was a couple hard hit balls. They were hitting the ball pretty well in the last like 3 innings.
They got the leadoff guy on.
2 innings, they got the leadoff guy on, and they were hitting the ball in the gap and hitting it hard too. So the Phillies kind of like were being aggressive a little bit later in the game, and I think they finally found his number a little bit. And I don't know, like Tito leaving him in, the double happened, which. I have to look at the play again, but Gavin Lux sort of booted the ball in left field there.
He's a terrible left fielder.
I mean, our defense is another thing we can talk about, but he kind of booted the ball, and I feel like maybe the runner stays at third, and then he threw it way past fucking Stevenson. At home, luckily it just kind of hit the backstop and didn't go anywhere crazy, but that was insane. So yeah, I mean, I'm not really looking at the Abbott thing as much as I'm looking at the fact that we couldn't produce a measly 4 runs, because I feel like if you were to get 8 2/3 innings out of your starting pitcher, but he's going to give up 4 runs every game, I feel like that would be like a decent outing that most good offenses could like respond, in kind, and maybe put something on the board in 9 innings. But the Reds just were completely flat today. They weren't able to do any of that. There was basically the reason we got the 1 run is because it was an error, the at bat before, that allowed the runners to move over and then score the run. So I don't know, like we just didn't produce anything. Like, yeah, Abbott maybe he could have been yanked, but I mean 4 runs over the whole game and we couldn't really even make it competitive. So I don't know, weird,
man. I mean, going 8 2/3 innings, ring any bells? Like the first time we saw that happen, maybe the only other time this happened, probably the only other time this happened to the Reds this year, was Hunter Green when he was dealing. In the start of the season, he went 8 2/3, and they didn't let him. It wasn't 8. No. Abbott went 7 2/3. Is that right? Did he go 8 2/3?
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
He was in the 8th.
7.
He did 7 2/3.
Yes.
My bad.
Point being is that Tito pulling Green when he was that close from a complete game, he was dealing. Maybe he gave up a walk or a hit then, and now to see him shift, like, is he like trying to trust his guys more? Is he just trying to give his bullpen a day off? I don't know.
I think you
maybe tough. It's
mind.
Like hindsight's 2020. I like that he kept him in for sure.
You manage your pitchers a little bit differently in April as you do in September and August, September. In April, you don't know where your guys are at. You're still kind of getting loose, getting your innings in. August and September, your arm's good. Like you can throw. And guys, like you said, in the bullpen have probably been pitched 3-4 days in a row. They need rest.
I mean,
and
look at the Pirates game. The Pirates game,
Yeah.
we burnt our whole pen basically. Suter was out there, like even struggling.
Yeah.
Like we burnt everybody besides Pagan yesterday. So or on, not yes, on Sunday. So I think it was always probably designed for Abbott to keep going. And then if you're
as
pitching
far as
if you're
possible.
and if you're at 90 pitches in the 8th inning, yeah, you're gonna try to close that inning out. So I mean, maybe it was just sort of like, okay, do we just use Pagan in this situation and just get him out of here and try to like make it, try to keep the deficit at 1 or 2 or whatever it was at the time, and put Pagan in, and then maybe get a chance in the 8th and 9th inning. I don't know. Probably Terry was just like, let's just let it roll, and we'll like have everybody ready to go tomorrow. Not really sure. But
Yeah.
I mean, a little bit of a heartbreaking game. The Phillies are just one of the best lineups in the game now. You can't chance
Yeah, they're
one
so
run
deep.
with them. Like, you need to do better. You need to do better than one run. And they don't even have they didn't even have Bauman, and I don't think they had Stott in today, did they? Is Stott in?
I don't think I've heard his name.
So, I mean, it's just, you got to do better. And this team, if you want to get, we've been saying it all year, if you want to get past that threshold of being this mediocre team to a good team, you really need to start winning these games and going up against these teams that can actually hit and produce and actually have a good track record. So it's not getting any easier. This Phillies series is kind of massive. And then the Brewers series is just going to be maybe the culmination of our season.
Yeah.
I've said it for like a week straight. We're getting swept by the Brewers. It's happening. And I think that
Anybody
might like
Forget
what?
the
It would be
Phillies and the Brewers for a second. I know the internet's a little weird, but forget the Brewers and the Phillies for a second, because like that Pirates series is when we needed to make up these games that we
Mhm.
like are maybe more likely to lose later on. I mean, taking 2 of 4 against a not good team, maybe given the Skeens game, even though we did get like what 8, 9 hits and we just couldn't string them together. It just seems like there is potential that we just completely cannot capitalize on. That's the problem. I think this team is good enough to make a wild card spot on paper, but just the execution. I mean, even when it comes down to like sloppy plays in the field from Ellie and now from like McLean, that he's just airballing or airmailing these balls over Ellie's head, it's just sloppy, and it's lack of discipline at the plate too. It's just not, it's not coming together. It's not cohesive whatsoever.
That's right. That's a good way to put it. It's not really coming together or clicking like we want it to.
Mhm.
And the Brewers series is going to be telling. I mean, the thing with this team, the issue, of course, has been the hitting the whole time. I don't think Krall really adjusted. I don't think he really adjusted for the trade at the trade deadline. I mean, we had a chance in the offseason to add, which would be better than doing a rental thing in the trade deadline. So we balked in the offseason. We added at the trade deadline, sort of. I mean, you got a good defensive.
I'll give it to them. I think they
baseman.
added. It wasn't a very
They added.
deep.
They
It wasn't a
added.
very deep trade deadline. Like
was-
the best player was Suarez, and have you looked at Suarez's stats since the trade deadline? I think he has like 2 hits and like 50 at bats.
And he's
Really?
always been a little bit streaky like that. He's always been a little bit. Yeah. And I'm not, I'm not saying that you're just going to, the trade deadline isn't necessarily where you're going to turn it all around and get that big, the big acquisition that changes the whole game for you. Because that's, I think, unrealistic for most teams, especially if it's a rental and you sell the farm for it. I get that it's not always practical, but there were options in the offseason that just never manifested and never seemed like they really tried. So, yes, they added. And yes, last week we were saying, so far, so good after that Cubs series. But like we mentioned, baseball's a fickle game, and we're looking at this week against some really good teams and saying, we can't hit still. And we don't have that bad. We got 8 or 9 hits today. And like we could only convert 1 run. So it's like we just don't have the killing blow that we really need. And I think this is one of those moments where you really miss a guy like Joey Votto, who even in his last year, maybe not the most productive, but he was still that guy who was like bound to get a hit, a clutch hit every now and then. And we just don't have a hitter like that. We don't have a guy like that. We don't have anybody who can smack the ball besides Ellie De La Cruz, who is in a slump right now. So,
and I mean, this time of year, you can't go playing 500 ball and expect to get in the playoffs. Like they have to really turn it on now and play like 10 games over 500 for the remainder of the year. And we have not done that all year long.
No.
So like, where's this going to come from? We're playing the hardest part of our schedule. We still have the West Coast road trip to do. And, historically, the Reds have just been awful out there. So that'll probably be another losing road trip. Like, we're running out of games. Thankfully, the Mets are plummeting too. Neither team really wants it. If I had to put my money on it, I still think the Mets pull it out. But hey, fingers crossed that the Reds can figure it out. But I don't have much hope.
That percentage that I know we talked about in the past, the fan graphs, wild card percentage for the Reds is like hovering around 10% right now. It's weird because like I see that and I think like that sounds right, but it also feels like that 10% may as well be like 1 because I feel like so many things have to happen. But really the main thing that has to happen is the Reds need to start performing like a Major League Baseball team, again, they are above average looking at their record, so they're not like a terrible team. It's just a team of missed potential, really. So they need to start acting like they belong in the postseason, in the playoffs. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't really seen. We get glimpses of it every now and then,
and then they fall back down to earth.
Yeah,
that's what happens.
Honestly.
I don't think it's really missed potential as much as that we don't really have the personnel,
the talent.
As simple as that. Yeah, we have a good rotation, and look what we can do with the rotation. Like we can do anything we want. We got Martinez, who is like our 6th, Chase Burns, who's like our 7th. And they're going to be in Chase Burns is probably going to go to the pen when Hunter Green comes back on Wednesday. It does the
I think he's going to be
shut
down.
Chase Burns?
Yeah, I think they have him on an innings limit. I'm not sure how many innings, but I think Tito and the front office kind of approached him today and kind of discussed when he could be shut down. I mean, he's a rookie, so regardless, he's never thrown this many innings. Yeah, that's beside the point.
We have like the rotation. We could move pieces in and out of that rotation and put some in the pen and move them back in. So that's the strongest part of our game. And I think I heard Larkin say it today. It's like you got to go for it. You just got to go for it. This is the best starting pitching the Reds have had. The bullpen, whatever, and the hitting is just not really there right now. So I don't think we have the personnel. I don't think Matt McClain. I don't know he's a rookie contract still. So, I guess he's going to be part of this organization and see what we can get out of him. But I don't know. Like, does he even deserve a spot on this team next year? You have to ask these questions now and be like, does Fraley belong here? What are we going to do about Spencer Steer? He kind of looks like he can sometimes show up. I don't know. It's
unfortunately
a lot of the guys that they thought they'd build the team around are not panning out.
No,
so far, aside from the pitching. No. The pitching they've kind of hit on, but the offense is a different story.
And can you imagine? Let's say the Reds get in the wild card series. Can you imagine this team going up against the Brewers? That would be in the wild card, 3-game wild card. That would be horrible to see. Yeah, that would be horrible. That's so
Brewers
scary.
Are not going to be playing in the wild card. I guarantee you that.
Who would it be? It would be like the
It'd probably be Padres. I think it'd be the Padres. Brewers are going to have the best record in baseball at the end of the year. They're going to have that first round bye.
Yeah, probably. Which historically I don't think has been like a really good thing to get a first round bye.
No, I mean, baseball's so random.
Mhm.
You can never pick a winner.
So
Yeah.
I look at this lineup and I say, let's say we do get into playoffs, which is still a really tall task right now. I mean, we're only 2 games
Two.
back. So it's a tall task, but if we do, we're running right into the gauntlet. So you got to fucking figure something out. You got to get hot. You got to something needs to happen. You maybe just shake up the lineup. Maybe some dramatic changes need to happen, especially if this series versus the Phillies doesn't go well, or the series against the Brewers doesn't go well. Tito's got to just do whatever he can to like maybe throw darts at a board and see if there's something he can come up with. Will Benson is in the minors. Maybe
I knew you were going to
CES.
say that.
Will Benson, CES, like I don't know, bring them back, see what they could do. I don't know. Like at this
No.
point, it's like, well, I mean, we're at the lowest of the low in terms of this is probably our least amount of hits, least amount of runs in a week since I don't know when. Besides that, I mean,
first
like
week.
the outlier is the Pirates game on Sunday, but
Right.
if
We
you
did go
take
3
that
games
out,
in a row without scoring a run.
Yeah.
we did go 30.
This is not a low point of the year by any
I think it was
means.
32 innings actually, without a run at one point, which is insane.
If the thing is that I totally agree that this team does need to shake up offensively. I don't know if the answer is, calling up some guys who had a shot earlier in the year, like a Benson, like a CES. I mean, again, this is the same team that gave Connor Joe a job in outfield in the starting lineup. No offense to Connor Joe, love the guy, but if Connor Joe's on your team, he's not going to. He's not a winning guy. He's not a guy on a winning team. That's why he's on the Reds. So, but with the
He was
here's-
also on the Pirates.
he's on a lot of teams, which is what I like about him because he finds a job. But what Mitch is talking about, a real shakeup would mean like, okay, you know what? Let's bench McLean for a couple of games and let's try moving someone else up. Maybe give CES a shot in the back of the lineup or something like that. I don't know.
Hmm.
I mean, we're talking about these guys that like these are the pieces that we would shake up the team with, but we already know what they're capable of, and it's
Yeah.
not consistency.
Of course, but there's little options when you don't have the personnel. I mean, you have to change out the pieces. I don't know where Arroyo is. I mean, what's he doing in the minors right now? Is he in AAA?
I don't know. I haven't really paid that much attention to the minor leagues this year.
So you can't really. I mean, like all I'm saying is like a change of scenery or something. But I mean, if this doesn't go well, you have to try. You have to try these guys again because I don't know what the answer is. I mean, you didn't do anything.
But now, when we're in the playoff chase, you're gonna call up CES.
Yeah.
And just expect them to figure it out.
Score another 3 runs in a series or 5 runs in a series, like against the Phillies or against the Brewers, and yeah, maybe you
look up CES stats. He's probably hitting.
He's horrible.
He's probably hitting 240 in AAA.
He's horrible, but
he'll hit like 170 in the majors. Like, why would we call him up?
Let's say at the end of this week, let's say the worst case scenario happens. Let's say we get swept by the Phillies. Let's say we get 2. Let's say we get 1 from the Brewers, and then we end up being like 4 or 5 games back from the wild card. At that point, do you just continually to run this lineup out? Like, do you just say, okay, these are our people.
I mean, I guess, yeah. I mean, if we didn't trade for Ke'Bryan Hayes, we could have called up Sal Stewart and had him play third base.
I've heard that argument actually.
He's the one guy I've been keeping track of in the minors, and he's killing it in the minors. So that was kind of like a head scratching move. Like, why are you kind of blocking
out?
Yeah, like your top prospect. I mean, I guess they plan on Ke'Bryan Hayes being here for the long haul. So I don't know. Do they have plans to trade Sal Stewart? I have no idea. The Reds have not been trade their prospects kind of franchise. So I don't know.
Mm.
I don't think they have a plan. To be honest,
No, I mean,
they're just trying. They're
who's
just
gonna
like
be
they're just throwing to the
surprised?
wall,
Like,
see what sticks.
yeah, like 2 weeks, no, like a month from now, we're gonna be, backs against the wall, and it's like, all right, what kind of free agent signing can we find here?
Yeah, what 35-year-old that was good in 2019 can we get
Yeah.
for the cheap?
I
Right,
think
like-
Schwarber is a free agent this offseason.
Yeah, which I would love that. The guy
That'd
is
be
going to
nice.
hit home runs and
Insanity.
drive in runs.
When
He's
was,
going to
like, the
strike out a
last-
lot, but
When was the last big boy that the Reds had?
Big
Like
boy.
Suarez?
big boy.
Oh, big
Suarez.
boy.
Yeah.
Like
Like,
chubby.
yeah, like a
Well, Suarez
like a
isn't chubby.
Schwarber. No, I don't think Suarez belongs in that.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
thinking
either.
like a Dunn type.
It might have been
A
done.
Schwarber.
Like a big first baseman or
big guy. Yeah, who like a guy who like doesn't wear batting gloves. That kind of
yeah, it might have been done, honestly. Because for the longest time we had Votto, and he doesn't fit that category.
No. I don't know. I think
Man.
we're too lean of a team. We need to get some guys bulking
We need
up.
power.
We are lean.
Like,
Everybody's tiny. Everybody's a tiny little like dude who just.
little twink.
I mean, I wasn't gonna say
Thank
that.
you for saying it. Yeah, we all were thinking it.
I'll say it.
Ben will say
I don't know.
everything.
There's
He'll lay it
no-
all out on the line.
Yeah, there's no hard hit. Like I don't know. I just see
No
McClay.
filter.
I'm like, bro, this guy doesn't even belong in MLB at this point. I mean, he doesn't even belong here.
But we need power. Like everyone's like, oh, we got Ellie. Ellie's got 19 home runs. Like that's not a power guy. We need somebody who's going to hit minimum 30 home runs a year for us, and who can protect Ellie. Honestly, like Ellie can hit in front of him so that he can get more pitches because they're afraid to pitch to whoever we got in the cleanup spot. And
There's just not.
I don't know. There's a lot that needs to be changed in the off season. We're not there yet, though.
We're not there.
We're still in the fight. I'm trying to keep hope.
It's we got to be optimistic. This is the closest we've been since 2020. 2012, whatever you want to call it. Any year, 13, whatever. It's the closest we've been in a long time. So it's cool that we're having this conversation because, I mean, we could just be like, yeah, I don't know, the Reds suck. Let's talk about next year. So the Reds kind of suck, but they're also kind of giving us a little flash of hope. So I'm trying to be optimistic about it, but the writing, like, it just looks bad. Like, I don't see any. I look at all the playoff teams, the contenders right now, and they all have like a significantly better lineup, a significantly better run differential. Like they're just better teams, and I would be scared to face pretty much anybody in the top like 15 in baseball. So I don't know. It's a little demoralizing, honestly.
It's just like if things don't, we're not like wishing on a miracle here. It's not that desperate where every team that we need to loses for the next 2 weeks and we win every single game. It's not like that. There is that sliver of a reality where what really needs to happen, we just need to get guys hitting the ball more and playing cleaner baseball. Really, and we're not asking for home runs. It just needs it means
I'm asking for home runs.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if we have two guys on base with one out, we need to get both of those guys scoring. It's that kind of mentality. Because what happens all too often is that you get runners in scoring position, we're in a good spot, even like no outs. If it's no outs and the bases loaded, how much you want to bet only one run gets by on a sac fly, and then the next two guys either strike out or ground out.
That's why you need a home run hitter.
Yeah, that's why
pitchers.
Schwarber, what a great guy to
Pitchers
have.
are so good nowadays. It is extremely difficult to string 2, 3, 4 hits in a row and play that small ball type baseball. As much as I love the game that way to be played, it's just you need a guy who can just knock them all in one swing.
Yeah.
It's so hard because pitchers are just so good. They have so many pitches, move so fast. Like it's just difficult. So you need that. This is the way of the game nowadays, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm looking at the Mets schedule right now. They got a pretty easy schedule. I wouldn't, maybe not easy, but not as, I don't think it's as difficult as ours when we face all these divisional opponents. They do have the Marlins, which will be interesting in early September, late August, early September. They have the Tigers in start of September, and then they have the Reds, September 5th through the.
Is it in New York?
7th. It's in Cincinnati,
Mm.
which I will be in town for that.
Okay.
Early September.
We've been to some Reds Mets games in the past.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah,
I know a lot of Mets games.
Those are fun games to go to. Mets fans are a different breed in a great way. I love it. It's great.
Yeah, they're kind of optimistic. They're not assholes most of the time. Sometimes they are, but not all.
I think, the stereotypical Mets fan is just like, fuck you. Yeah, we got like the big signing. We got fucking Juan Soto, baby. We spent all the money. We'll do whatever we want. Like they had like the richest rotation a few years ago, and then what happened? They just crumble.
Yeah,
that is the epitome of a team that
I love
does not live up to expectations, and it is
Well,
just
yeah.
that's the most consistent thing about them, which is great.
There is a lot of parallels to draw between the Mets and the Reds, despite the current ownership of the Mets.
Yeah, the 200 million payroll difference.
That's a little different. But before
One
Steve
big
Cohen
asterisk.
came in, they were very similar in kind of trajectory. They were just the lovable losers. They weren't doing too much. And then Steve Cohen came in, he spent all his money. But the thing is, the Mets have, the Mets fans, they're just so used to these moments. They're so used to like just getting having the hope like Reds fans and then getting brought down. Even in this current like era with Steve Cohen, they see like a potential for like a World Series run, and then they always fucking drop the ball in late season. Like they always do. So I think all the fans are just used to this type of shit, this crash out that they're having. So yeah, it's pretty funny and kind of interesting to see. And Mets fans, have more humility, I think, than Yankees fans, because they're just used to these moments, used to losing, used to having something in their grasp and then just completely dropping the ball. So, but this might be a very meaningful series
in their division right now.
I believe so. I think it's the
they have
Sox,
fallen
the Jays, and the Yanks.
Yeah.
I think.
What a crazy switch up that has happened.
Oh, it's the Blue Jays in first now by a.
Oh yeah, they've been in first for a while. Red Sox are kind of
baby.
nipping at their heels.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they're 4.5 games back. That's more than enough time for the Sox to get up there in first place. But I do have a soft spot for the Blue Jays, so
yeah.
Nah, I'm pulling for the Red Sox. They're my AL team.
Yeah, I know you like them. I like them too. Fenway is awesome to go to as well. So, but I might be in town for that Mets series. The Mets have an easier schedule. It looks like they have the Braves this week. They got what do they have? They have the Braves coming up. They have 2 series against the Braves in like within 2 weeks, which I don't get that really. The Tigers, who are still pretty good, actually. Didn't know that.
They've come back down to earth.
They're 68.
Yeah.
They're 68, and
Cleveland's kind of getting close to the division now. I think they're only like 5 back.
They're 6 back. The
6,
Tigers
okay.
are 68 and 51.
Talk about rebounds.
Tigers have the second best record in the
but they were like nearly 30 games over 500 at one point, and they've dropped a lot.
The Brewers are just smashing everybody.
I forget if it was them, but there's some team that lost like 12 of like 13 games.
I think it was the Tigers.
Yeah. I think back to that comment that we got. We were talking about, payroll and small market teams. The comment was like, well, the Tigers are the, best team in baseball right now. They have the best record. All things even out. All things, baseball is a game of attrition. It's a marathon, not a sprint. That's why 2020 doesn't count, because any team can go on a run for
60 games.
60. Come on.
Yeah.
Guys, I think we got to watch out for the Cardinals. They're a game back from us in the wild card.
Yeah. I don't think they're I think they're similar to the Reds, where if they make it, it's a one and done series. Because if you're less consistent than the Reds,
You never know.
Yeah. Oh, you never know. But
They got a series
Cardinals
against
won the
Colorado too.
Cardinals won the World
Yeah,
Series in 06 with only 83 wins.
Yeah. The Cardinals could sweep the Rockies and be ahead of us by the end of the week.
Oh yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me.
No.
So
If
a
we
lot
finish
needs to go
another
right.
You're in fourth place.
Yeah.
Just fourth place, but
Take me
maybe
out back.
500 record.
Take me out back, baby.
Yeah. That's a
Yeah.
it's a tough division, man. When you got the
It's right.
Brewers
I know, man.
consistently being good over these past couple seasons. And you had the
Couple.
Cardinals before. Yeah, a couple. Now
This
the
is a
Cubs
decent
are,
division.
have been good since 2016. It just sucks. It sucks.
The Brewers have won 10 in a row. Am I
They
reading
won
that
today.
right?
I knew they had won 9 in a row. Did they win today, I assume?
Yeah, 10 in a row.
Damn.
Oh my god. Well,
Man,
I don't like the
feel like-
Brewers. I don't want them to they're just a boring team. Boring team, boring stadium, boring fans.
I don't care. I don't care.
Oh, they have a
I'd rather
slide
be-
though. Don't you like
I'd
the
rather be
slide in
boring and-
outfield?
No.
They got rid of that, didn't they?
They did.
No.
Mascot fell off and died. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
fell
the
off.
beer man.
Breaking news.
The barrel.
What's their
the
mascot?
barrel man.
Barrel chest man or something.
Barrel. Was that name Barrel Man?
I think it's
he
beer
fucking-
barrel man.
That's why
Beer,
you don't see him
yeah.
anymore. No, they wouldn't say beer because they got to keep it PC, you know.
I don't remember.
They're in
Wait,
what?
what are you talking? Keep it PC.
Yeah, bro.
You mean
Their
PG?
stadium is beer. What are you talking about?
No, but barrel. Oh, there's a Denver Broncos barrel man. Bro.
No, they traded beer barrel man to the fucking Broncos.
No, there was like a prevailing conversation about removing references to beer, which I remember.
Jesus Christ.
It is beer barrel man. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
he
only
fell.
sold.
He hit his head and his can bursted open. All the beer came flying out.
Oh, all down the slide.
Yeah,
People were lining up at the bottom with mouths open.
Well, it's like his blood, so no. I mean, yeah.
Well, it's still beer, yeah.
But it's like
There's beer in the beer barrel, man.
True. I mean, the fans were disgusting because it was basically like that's his blood and organs spilling out.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I get
Gruesome.
it. Beer.
Grizzly.
Yeah. Tough.
Yeah.
You know what? We don't like the Brewers, but shout out to Beer Barrel Man and his family during that terrible moment.
Yeah, rest up.
Rest in piss, Beer Barrel Man.
They need to definitely emphasize more beer. That's why they took the hops off their jersey. There's no if you remember their old logo.
They recently
they removed the hops and then they now it's
they
a
removed
glove
from it.
Hops. It's they went back to the 70s glove and then
Super bad reference for those listening.
Oh, I didn't know. I only saw it one time. That was probably 15 years ago.
Oh,
holds up.
I don't think I even liked it too much when I saw it originally.
You're insane.
Man,
it's the greatest comedy ever.
The NL Central was really like the Cubs to lose. I mean, it's crazy how the Brewers just came out, shot out of a cannon.
the Cubs aren't even playing bad. It's just the Brewers are just unstoppable.
No,
Like the Cubs can't lose a game because they know the Brewers are just going to continue to win.
Yeah,
Wild. I hope they're
is.
getting hot now and then they just fizzle off when the playoffs start. Like that'd just be chef's
Are we
kiss.
ever gonna win the division again? Like that's never a question. Every time we like talk every year, we're like, oh, hopefully get a wild card, bro. We never talk about winning the division. It just hasn't been in the cards.
No.
For the longest time.
Well, when
Yeah,
4 out
2012.
of 5 teams are above 500 and one Brewers are right now 74 and 44. Yeah,
God,
won
30
10,
over.
10 of their last 10 games. They're winning at home, they're winning away. They just win. Doesn't matter.
And they don't even have anybody like
Cubs
they
are
don't have
5 and
anybody on
5.
the team that you like. They don't have any superstars. Like Yelich, he's not even having that good of a year. I couldn't even name their lineup.
Yeah. I feel like Yelich has been more consistent than people give him credit for. I think he
But
had like maybe
he's
1 or 2 off seasons, but
but he's not 2019 MVP Yelich.
No. No, but
What am I looking at? Is that Snoop?
Yeah, it's Snoop Dogg.
Snoop with a Reds jacket.
Why are you showing us that?
That's what he's doing. Like, or wait, maybe he just finished
just
up
did.
doing tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, but John and I were having a conversation.
All right.
Just derailed us.
Sorry, go on.
I don't even know what I was talking
2019
about.
2019 Yelich.
You just showed me a Snoop Dogg picture. Like, why do I give a fuck?
2019 Yelich.
I'm looking at some active Brewers players right now.
Ryan Braun still on the team?
Yep.
Yep. Lying about his steroids.
He's the hitting coach.
Yeah, bro. That guy had a fall from grace.
I think Prince
still coaching.
Craig Counsell's the Cubs manager. You numbskull.
Yeah, Craig Counsell's still in the lineup, dude. That's what I'm talking about. He's still hitting like
Prince Fielder's coming back,
first.
and CC Sabathia.
CC was on the Brewers.
Yeah, he was a major in 08. He was a deadline acquisition for him, and he like pitched lights out for the rest of the year and got them to the playoffs.
Crazy.
It was a huge storyline back then.
I don't know if anyone really stands out on this Brewers team. Besides, they look like a younger team overall. I think Yelich is one of the oldest guys, born in 91. Most of these guys are like, oh wait, we have Jose Quintana, 89. There you go. Seems like a younger team. I don't know.
That's not good.
Maybe they got cameras in the outfield and they're cheating just like the Astros were, almost 10 years ago by now. Damn.
Oh my God, that is wild.
Fuck.
Yeah, it'll be 10 years since the Cubs won the World Series next year.
Yeah. Maybe they'll shut the fuck
Feels like
up
yesterday.
Yeah. I'm sick of it. I don't care. I don't care that they won.
Yeah,
Come
I don't
on.
care anymore either.
That was like that's a huge baseball story. You just
No, I care. I care, but it's like the Beatles. Like I don't need to keep hearing about it. We get it. It was cool.
I guess. I mean, how often do we hear about it? How often in your daily life are you told the Cubs won in 2016?
Hey, you ever been to a Reds game and the Cubs are in town?
Nope.
You'll hear chatter. You'll hear it.
Yeah, and I'm sure we would do the same thing if we won. We still talk about the Reds from the 90s and the 70s.
Oh, I think the
all
Reds
the time.
The Reds front office is doing that. It's either
I'm sick of it.
Johnny Bench bobblehead night or it's like Ellie's 20th bobblehead of the season.
Most of the fans of the Reds probably weren't even alive during the 70s Reds.
Yeah, but they clearly care because everybody goes out to the ballpark anytime they have a 70s or 90s team player come to the ballpark. Like, who cares? It's all we have.
Yeah.
They do it every year, man. And I love like Johnny Bench, and I love those
of course
guys.
I do.
One
But
of my favorite players that I never saw play was Eric Davis from the '90s. So yeah, I mean those guys were a part of that World Series team, like legendary, of course. But let's
It's
just
time to
focus
move on.
on maybe being like good now. That'd be sweet. And maybe sign some people this offseason and not have Matt McClain ever start again.
How was that
Sorry.
team? Yeah, maybe a little baseball history. How was the Big Red Machine? How did that team come about? Were those great acquisitions?
Well, I know Joe
Most of them
Morgan.
were.
Joe Morgan was traded for. He came from Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Pete
A lot of
Rose.
guys homegrown.
Yeah, Rose was.
Bench was.
Bench was. Yeah, They really didn't have a great starting. They didn't really have great pitching. It was just that lineup 1 through 9 was anybody could get on base. They had like arguably like 7, 8 Hall of Famers in that lineup.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was crazy. Not like
Is
our
all
lineup.
this is all this a ploy? What we're doing now, trying to just like grow our team from the roots up. It's just this like hey, Big Red Machine Part 2. It's here. Is this all they ever want? Is to keep banging this same gavel?
Yeah, I hate whenever the Reds have like a halfway decent.
I was just about to say.
They're like, "Oh, Big Red Machine's coming." Like, no,
they go on a
even
run.
close.
They go on a run. They win like 6 games in a row. So I'm like, oh man, this is a little red machine. I'm like, okay, maybe you can win something first.
Stop. Let's win a playoff series,
Win
or
one
just
playoff
get there.
Let's
just
playoff
get to the
game.
playoffs.
Yeah, get there. Yeah. Really.
Shows how
think we're-
starved we are for success.
Yeah, I think we're starved for success. I think we're kind of. You guys have anything left to say? We're kind of coming to the end of this.
Since I wasn't here last week, I was on the boat through the Bermuda
with Matt.
Bahamas. No, I was there by myself, man. I was just fishing. I was just fishing.
And you're fishing.
What do you guys give the trade deadline acquisitions? Like now that we're a couple weeks in, what kind of grade would you give them? Because I was feeling like a B.
I gave it a B-. I was
gonna say B- as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
We haven't really sang the praises of Zach Littell yet. He seems like a pretty good addition to the rotation.
He got hit up. Got hit. He got kind of hit out of the game on Sunday.
Yesterday.
So.
Yeah, I think he lasted a decent amount of time.
He gave up 5.
He gave up like. Did he give up 5? Really?
I think so.
He seems like a good addition, at least so far.
Yeah, I think he's been good. I mean, his first outing was 7 innings, 1 run or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was a good addition. Obviously we've seen Brian Hayes do his thing at third base,
and he's hit halfway decent so far.
A little bit, yeah. He's been hitting a little bit. Andujar, I think the jury's kind of out on him still.
No, Andujar's crushing it. The Cowboys said on the broadcast, I think, the numbers were like he had been on base 12 times and like 27 at bats so far. So like nearly a 500 on base percentage.
I guess I haven't really been paying attention.
That he could be like, I don't know if he's really a power bat either, but I think one of the first hits he got as a Red was maybe a home run. Don't quote me on that. Seems like a decent bat though. I don't know. I feel like a little underwhelmed by the whole thing. Maybe a B- sounds about right.
I think it's like they did what they could. I just don't think it's going to make a huge difference in the rest of the season. Maybe it will. I mean, it's made a difference, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to push us to a playoff team.
Yeah, with a guy like Hayes, it almost feels like let's look to the future, not just this season, right?
Yeah, which I don't mind. I think it's kind of cool to get somebody that you can potentially have for a few years rather than just a rental. So I'm okay with having a full-time third baseman in Hayes. I mean, it takes 8 other people in the lineup to do something. So if he's just, let's say he's one of our weakest bats, okay, defensively we did need somebody on that left side. So as long as we do something to energize this lineup and get some new personnel and then in the offseason, I think we'll be fine with him being there. And maybe he'll start hitting a little bit. Maybe he hated Pittsburgh. Who knows?
Who doesn't hate Pittsburgh?
Who doesn't? And Andujar was probably just fucking psyched to get out of Sacramento. I mean, can you imagine playing there? Holy shit, that'd be terrible.
Yeah.
My God.
It's a bummer.
I still can't believe I cannot believe the MLB has the Athletics playing in Sacramento with no end in sight, with no real concrete plan in Vegas at this point. Like, it's insane to me, dude. They're going to be there for 3-4 years. Can you imagine coming out to MLB and then the Athletics call you and like, hey, we want to offer you a major league contract. You're coming to Sacramento. You're like, fuck.
Yeah.
That would suck.
And maybe some guys like to play in a small ballpark with like low expectations.
Less pressure, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, just go out there and play.
I mean, fuck MLB, dude, for letting this happen, dude. It's just so bad. It's so bad. I can't believe they're playing.
It seems like they're just setting these guys up for failure.
God, it's just like you're coming in and playing. You're coming up from AAA and you're playing in a AAA stadium. And, you're playing in a city that is not desirable in terms of, I mean, I don't know much about Sacramento. I can't imagine it's a huge spot, though. But
Capital.
Yeah, and then, okay. And then the Vegas is still like, they're still trying to figure out the politics in the stadium over there, and it's just a bunch of chaos. And meanwhile, like, Oakland is there without a team. It's just, I hate the whole thing. It's so stupid.
Yeah. Poor Oakland, man. Losing the Raiders, now losing the A's.
And I think the Golden State Warriors might be leaving too.
What?
Am I wrong?
I haven't heard that.
Maybe I'm just talking out of my ass.
What's up, Sailor?
I mean, wouldn't surprise me. Seems like everyone's leaving that dump.
Leaving that dump. Well, they're leaving. They're leaving because they don't see a city that's going to be a partner in buying their shit for them. Which good on Oakland. Like, why would you want to buy that? Like, I wouldn't want that either. What's up, Sailor? Oh my God. I don't want taxpayer funded shit. Come on. Did the Bengals work out their stadium deal?
Who knows?
No
they
idea.
can barely work out a deal with a player.
That's gonna happen. We don't have to worry about that. It's fine. It's gonna be fine.
You're not worried about Trey Hendrickson still?
I'm not worried.
Me?
I'm not worried about
You're
it at all,
insane.
bro. He's got a year
You're
still.
Insane.
They're gonna figure something out.
So what? Has he put on pads once?
I mean, they have like 3 weeks to figure it out.
I'm telling you guys don't need to worry about Trey. You guys don't need to worry about
I'm
him.
not. I don't really care if we keep him or not, but
we're gonna keep him. He's gonna get his money. I don't think they're as far away as the media would like you to believe. And even if they are, the Bengals and Trey, they know that when push comes to shove and the season's about to start, they need to get something going. So I think it's going to happen. They freed up the money. They freed up the money by
signing T and Jamar.
Signing T and Jamar.
It freed up a lot of money there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, they did do some they did some negotiating with somebody, I don't know what happened. They dropped some of their. They
moved some chairs around on the deck.
What does Michael say in the office? He's like, through some savvy financial things, I've made it all disappear or whatever. And Oscar's like sitting there like in the room like, no.
That sounds like season 8 Office.
No, it was like season 4, season 3. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, some Office fan you are.
Yeah, you got the paper coming out soon.
The paper? What?
The show. The show.
We don't need to go into the paper.
It's the Office spinoff with some
God.
returning characters.
Cash grab.
Ugh.
What isn't these days?
You got that right.
Got to be sometimes you
Biting
gotta be
commentary on the High Sox Reds podcast.
High IQ,
But like
low
Ben
Sox.
says, we tell it how it is.
Yeah, we do. No one wanted to hear
straight
that
up
Ellie's going to
truth.
be traded. No one wanted to hear that Ellie's going to be traded soon. In the
Yeah.
next 2 years, probably.
Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo.
Like,
You guys are stupid.
We would
You
be
don't know.
stupid. Like, you're so stupid to trade Ellie. Well, yeah, dude, it would be stupid, but that's what the Reds are going to do because they're not going to spend the money.
Reds front office is stupid.
Can any Reds fan tell us that we're wrong? That they're gonna I would love to be proven wrong. Like that's the most cold take ever that the Reds would trade Ellie in the next 2 or 3 years. Like of course they're going to. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So
we
don't need to get into all that.
You know,
I think we're done.
I think so too. What were you gonna say? Last thing, John?
Listen, guys, 10% is not 0%. That's 10% more enthusiasm that we need to bring to the ballpark. That's 10% more time that we need to be spending money on sports bets on the Reds. That's 10%.
Don't listen to 'em.
More of everything that we can do to support this team, bring them to the playoffs, and once they get there, they're going to give us 10% more as well. They're going to get not 2 hits, but 3 hits. They're going to get not 1 run, but 2. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be great.
That's a 50% upgrade.
Yeah.
That's more than 10%.
Shout out to Beer Barrel Man,
Shout out Beer
Heart
Barrel
goes
Man.
out to him and his family.
Shout out Miller Lite, the new
love you.
sponsor of today's podcast. Miller Lite, DraftKings, MGM Sportsbook.
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing here?
Keep your socks
Cincy
high
Light.
We're doing commercials.
and your hopes
Light.
higher.
Goodbye, everybody. Go Reds. We have a lot to do in the next week. Hopefully, we can beat the Phillies and the Brewers. Okay, bye, everybody.
Yeah.
Love you.